No, it's early after.
What are critical supplies? And what is the CRC working towards in the bigger picture? In today's video, I intend to delve into the lore of No More Room in Hell 2, and reveal some information that I've found, and make some theories about what is to come. Before I delve into anything too deep, I need to go over the basics. So first off, I'm going to delve into the virus, and then I'm going to delve into the CRC's purpose. First off, let's break the misconception. The virus has been in circulation for 2 years, but the actual active outbreak has not occurred until recently. The information we get about the cause of the virus coming from Neanderthals is related to the initial phase of the outbreak, when people were merely getting sick and going into comatose states and secretly spreading the virus without even knowing it. During the quiet spread, only one researcher attempted to actually research the virus but was quickly shut down. But during this time, the virus secretly spread among individuals until a good portion of the population was already infected. After the appearance of comas, a new symptom also manifested. Those who awoke from their comas become violent and began attacking the living. With all of this in mind, on how fast infection was occurring and how fast the infected could move to get to new areas, they realized something. The infected would lose momentum the longer they stayed infected. Thus, the CRC began conducting operations inside already infected areas to secure key and vital resources to ensure the survival of the populace. The CRC is described as a Cold War era network-like system where they are able to operate without a centralized command structure. How the CRC works is through its recruitment system, where operatives are recruited as survivors to fulfill larger tasks that larger agencies are too busy to work on, and where possible resources could be expended. Thus, the CRC's process allows them to do multiple tasks at once, allowing them to work with very little, as their resources are from survivors themselves, and all donated or given out to survivors for the credit system known as CRC points, which are basically a food stamp or a food ration card, which is given to survivors to incentivize them to actively join the CRC's efforts. People are desperate enough to go to the CRC to get supplies, and those who are willing to volunteer are rewarded heavily upon that. Thus, survivors go from all across the country to the CRC, and in the hopes of getting supplies and resources to keep themselves sustained. This gives the CRC nearly an endless supply of volunteers to spread out across the country to fulfill vital jobs without the possible loss of resources from a larger agency. Due to the broad scope of the CRC's range, this can be a lot of things. It can be medical, it can be defensive, or it can even be research-based tasks that they are given, even infrastructure. So because of this, the variety of tasks given to the CRC is quite wide. Thus, that is why the vials come into play. The CRC is no stranger to the recovery of scientific assets in the name of the CRC. We've done it before at Pottsville, and every other map has been related in some way, shape, or form to the NIDC's research being done throughout the country. This research is quite valuable to the CRC and the rest of the humanity's efforts. Thus, survivors are greatly rewarded for the capture of these vials and critical supplies, as well as the level of priority that the CRC gives to the collection of research and acquisition of assets. So in short, what exactly are the vials? Are they blood samples of the infected? Are they lab equipment that is required for such works on a cure? Personally, I believe, since the prevalence of the infected is so high already, the CRC would not have agents go out of their way to collect simple blood samples from already infected subjects. I believe, due to the rarity and reward of such capture, I believe that they are actually blood sample from those infected with the dormant strain of the virus that was during the initial quiet phase. This would be quite useful in the researchers' endeavors on a cure and allow them to get a timeline of events for the actual virus. By having an archived version of the unmutated virus, they'd be able to see the differences and changes and mutations that had occurred in the virus prior to the actual aggression change. And by having such a dormant form of the virus, this could be used in efforts towards making a vaccine or even a cure in the future, which is why survivors are so rewarded when they retrieve these and bring them back to the CRC, because these are in low supply and are essential towards the fight towards a cure. The final bit of information I will give on the CRC before I end this video is that the CRC actually has two departments. There is the conscripted department, and then there is the career department. Career CRC members are those like Victoria or Sam from the CRC radio, who have been working for the CRC and work inside of the scope of the logistics department. But there are also other ones that are dedicated to the CRC job, who have uniforms and have been around prior to the actual outbreak. We see this most prevalently inside of Pottsville and Louisville, where we can see CRC operatives wearing similar uniforms to that of Fedro. Thus, my conclusion from this is that the CRC is broken down into two parts, logistics and conscription. Those who are conscripted are field operatives who are deployed into simple missions to complete them and then are extracted after they have completed their goals, while logistics are the organizing force guiding their efforts and giving a bird's eye view of the situation. Alright, that's all I was able to find thus far of responders, but in the future there will be more lore and this situation will evolve further, so stay tuned.